Hello everybody and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I really hope you're all doing okay and having a great day and an amazing week. My name is Effy and today we are continuing on with our collection videos. So in this series I will be going through all the sections of my makeup. It is split into 6 videos and I will just be showing you everything I have in my collection. This is not a declutter, I'm sorry. My plan is to do a collection video at the start of every year and a declutter around the middle of every year, in the hopes that I can at least keep an eye on those products that aren't getting used in my collection. So in January I can spot what's not being used, and then if it's still not being used by July, I can declutter it. That's the idea at least. If you see anything in these collection videos that you would like me to do a video on, please do just let me know and I will try and do that for you. This is part 4 and today we'll be focusing on everything to do with lip products, so I hope you're ready for that. Loads of swatches coming your way. I'm going to keep this intro short so that you can get on with watching it, and I really hope you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. I'm attempting to put up 2 videos a week this year and they are all makeup related, so if that sounds like your thing then this is the place for you. But other than that, enjoy the video. Okay, let's start. So these are my lip products. I'm going to start with these ones back here. Right, so this is a little acrylic storer that I got from Primark. I actually picked it up yesterday. I have a stain on my hand from an eyeliner because I just filmed the eyeliner video and it's stained. I can't get it off, so swatches will have to go around that. Start with the 3 that are in my project pan. So this is the number 7 lipstick. It is in the shade Classic Rose. This is one of the oldest lipsticks in my collection. It's super nice. It is a pink shade. My nan bought this for me, so I'm glad it's finally getting a bit of use. Such a pretty pink shade. This is the Anastasia matte lipstick in the shade Spice, a brown shade. A bit more matte than the number 7 one. But there we go. Quite a bit of a darker shade for me, but still a nice one. And then my Beautybay matte lipstick in the shade Juice, which is a red. I picked these 3 shades for my project pan. In case you're not following my project pan, I picked these 3 shades because it covers all my bases. If I need a red, a brown or a pink, I can go for these and I know that they all work. Then we also have the Soph Bullet lipstick in the shade Syrup. This isn't my favourite formula, it's a bit too creamy for me. It's also a bit too brown for me. But I just want to use it up, so this might end up in my project pan at some point. I wish I'd bought the shade Cake, which is more the pinky one. This one here, I won in a giveaway. This is the Diego Della Palma lipstick in the shade Nudeology. This is the mattest lipstick I own. It is so matte, but I actually really like the shade, and the most annoying thing is that it's so similar to this Soph shade, but because it's matte I use it a lot more, even if it is the driest formula I have. I do quite like it. I tend to put lip gloss over the top of it, which I don't do very often, but this is just so matte, it needs it. This one here is the L'Oreal Colour Rich Matte in the shade 227 Hype. It is a bright orange, but I really like that. I actually quite like orange lipstick. This is slightly too bright for me, but this is a gorgeous shade. I really need to reach for this more in the summer. And my nan, who doesn't particularly like makeup, saw that I got this in a giveaway and she was like, oh, that's a nice colour. I wouldn't give it to her because she'd never wear it, but she does like it. This is a W7 lipstick in the shade Jemima. I don't even know if you can get this anymore, but this is a really nice pinky shade as well. I really quite like pink tones, in case you didn't know. This is a Primark lipstick. It is a matte formula, and for ages I've said that this doesn't have a shade name because I could not find a shade name on it, but I did find a shade name and I think it's called Tickle. It's right there. It smells really nice. It is a lighter pink for me and it's a bit more peachy, which makes me a bit less sure about it, but it is nice and I do like it. I sort of thought it would be this colour, more of a mauve shade, but it's not. And then these 2, probably the most expensive lip products in my collection. I won these in a giveaway. I did not buy them. These are the NARS VIP Audacious lipsticks. This is the shade Anita. I tried this in a video at the end of last year and really liked it. Such a gorgeous shade. It's sort of like a pinky brown, which is super nice and a little bit different for me. This one is the shade Audrey. It's a bit more red. I've not worn this one yet, but I already know I like the formula. I really need to test it out. And then these are the only other lipsticks I have. They didn't fit in that thing. They just rattled about too much. These are the Bare Minerals Bare Pro lipsticks. This is the shade Delilah. These are some of my favourite lipstick formulas. I really like them. They're also some of my favourite shades. That's kind of a bit of a different pinky purple type shade that I really like. This is the shade Petunia. Again, a bit of a different shade. A bit darker than some of the other ones I own. I don't tend to go for dark lipstick colours, but that one's quite nice. And then this is the shade Saffron, and this is more of an orangey red type shade, kind of similar to the Juice lipstick from Beautybay. Yep, there we go. Those are my lipsticks. I don't own a lot. I don't tend to reach for bullet lipsticks, but I like what I have in my collection, which is a good thing. Let's do glosses next because I don't have many of them either. This one is the XX Revolution. There is nothing written on this, but it's in the shade Illegal. I did my testing XX Revolution video yesterday, so I've only worn this once, but I quite like it. It's very thick, but it is a nice shade. I really want to try their liquid lipstick formula, but their gloss formula I actually really like. It is a bit sticky. My hair did get a little bit stuck in it, but the pigment is really good. I prefer a pigmented gloss. This one is the Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Vintage. My friend gave me this one after she decluttered it from her collection. This is just my sort of shade. Very similar to that Illegal shade. I really like this. I've worn this a fair few times actually. Considering how I don't particularly like gloss, I've worn this a fair few times. This is the Fenty Gloss Bomb Cream in the shade Mauve Wives. I won this in a giveaway held by somebody on Instagram, but I was so happy that this was the shade because when these came out I saw this shade and I was like, I've never bought a Fenty product before, but that could tempt me. And it's so beautiful. It's like a mauvey shade as implied by the name. I love it. You only need a small amount of this and it doesn't come out this pigmented on the lips, but I really do like it. It's very hydrating. It feels nice. It's creamy. It's everything you could want. I love it. This one here was very kindly gifted to me. It's by a brand on Etsy called Wild Blossom Beauty, and this is the shade Autumn Leaves. Don't know how well you can see, but it's got tiny little autumn leaf glitters in here. It does come out as a clear. It does come out as a clear gloss. You can't even see it. See how clear it is. I like putting this on top of like that Diego Della Palma lipstick, anything that needs a bit of hydration. This one here was also kindly sent to me. This is by Astro Beauty. She was giving out free samples of her lip gloss. This is in the shade Mojito. I've only used this once and I did test it in a video. I think it's my testing Beautybay the Wilderness palette. I love this. It's so creamy. It's like thick but nice and silky and soft, and it smells amazing, and it doesn't come out green, it comes out clear. It's really nice. I highly recommend her products. When this does run out, I will probably repurchase a full size because I really do like it. This is also a gloss. This is the Balm Plump Your Pucker lip gloss. I think the shade is Amplify, but I'm not sure. This is the one I normally put over the Diego Della Palma lipstick, hence why the doe foot is so stained and why it's not coming out clear. This is really good. I think it does have plumping properties, but it's not too intense in my opinion. So if you're not looking for an intense plump, this is a good one. And I actually quite like the shade. It does come out a lot clearer than this normally. It's just because I only ever wear it with the Diego Della Palma lipstick. Okay, and now we are on to liquid lipsticks. I have a fair few, so let's just get started. These are the Kylie liquid lipsticks. These were part of a collection. I think it was for one of her birthdays. There were 6, I gave 2 of them to my friend. This is the shade Kristen, I think. Oh no, this is Angel. This one is Kristen. Yep. This one is Ginger. This one is Love Bite. I quite like these. It's been a while since I've used them. Because they're so small, I used to use these when I had to commute to work and like work in an office. But because I've been working from home for the past year, I haven't really worn makeup a lot. That shade Kristen is probably my favourite one. I used to wear the shade Ginger a lot because I used to go for more orangey browns, but now I tend to go more pink. These 4 came in a set from Primark. It was called the Amber Edit. They don't have individual names, but they're all kind of just like orangey brown shades. I do like an orangey brown lip. If I'm going for a brown, I try to make it a bit more orange or a bit more pink. I don't like just straight up browns. So there we are, that's those 4 there. They're almost like a whipped moussey formula, which I quite like. They're a bit more comfortable on the lip. And recently I've been going more for these like nudie browns, these like paler browns. So I really do like this shade. I also have the Pink Edit. They did change the packaging, hence why I've kept these 4 in this little box, just because it keeps them all together. But let's pop these on my arm. Picked these up because it did have a bright pink, and I wanted to test a bright pink, and it had one, and I've still not actually put it on my face. I've not really used these at all because I've just not had the opportunity to, but I do need to test them out because they look lovely. This pink shade does scare me a little bit, but they do look lovely. This is the Bleach London Text Me Black liquid lipstick. Bleach London do not do makeup anymore, and I really need to declutter this. And I also have this one here, which is Washed Up Mermaid. I really need to declutter them, but I have no other shades like these, and so I just don't want to get rid of them. I know I need to get rid of them because that black one is like bleeding all over the place, which isn't a good sign. The dreaded Jeffree Star liquid lipstick. This is in the shade Birthday Suit. I bought this years ago, like literally about 5 years ago. It's almost completely run out or dried out or something like that. I didn't used to like the shade. I still don't particularly like the shade. It's a bit too peachy for me, a bit too nude for me. So I've never really reached for it that much. And I'm not going to buy anything else from Jeffree Star because I don't agree with him as a person. That's my opinion. If you have a different opinion, that's fine. Don't yell at me for my opinion. I won't yell at you for yours. But there we go, that's a shade. Not my favourite shade. The formula is good, but I'm not about to sit here and promote him. This is the Sugar Pill Clink liquid lipstick. This is from their High Tea collection. This is so... it's pretty much run out, but I love this formula. It smells like chocolate oranges, but it's pretty much finished and I really need to accept it, but I just can't. You can't really get Sugar Pill in the UK anymore either, which is super annoying. They used to be on Beautybay, but they're not anymore. This is the Collection Velvet Kiss in the shade Drama Llama 7. This is the palest brown that I own, and weirdly I reach for it fairly often. I tested this in my testing collection makeup video and I wasn't sure about it, but I've worn it so much since and I really like it. I have 3 of the Anastasia liquid lipsticks. I have the shade Bittersweet, Bohemian and Trust Issues, I think, yep. This one's Bohemian, the red one. This one is Trust Issues, and then this one is Bittersweet. I hate this formula. I'm so sorry if you like this formula, I just don't. First of all, I picked these all up in TK Maxx, so thankfully I didn't pay full price for them. But they're all super dark, which is my bad, I bought the colours. But they all dry down to pretty much look exactly the same when they're on my face. Second of all, it's a nice formula when you put them on, but in my opinion, they dry down and then instead of sort of fading off your lips nicely like a lot of other liquid lipsticks do, they kind of just flake off and it just leaves you with bits of your lips that don't have anything on them, and it's just not the best. And they are quite dry as well, which isn't helpful. I don't know, these just really aren't my favourite formula in the world. This one here is the I Heart Revolution Tasty Peach liquid lipstick in the shade Nectarine, I'm pretty sure. I used this in my testing I Heart Revolution video. This is a nice formula. I can't remember if it completely dries down. If it does, it takes ages to dry down. It is a lovely shade. It's a bit too peachy for me, I think, but it is a nice enough shade. I just don't reach for it enough. Here is the Huda Beauty Demi Matte Cream Lipstick. This is the shade Passionista. I've used this a couple of times now. I love the shade, and I actually quite like the formula. They're not matte, they don't dry down matte, but I really like it. I also have these two here, which I'm yet to open because I don't know if I want to keep them or not. I picked these up in TK Maxx, and if I don't keep them, they'll go into giveaways. But I have the shade, I think it's Shakira and Bonnie. Yeah, I'm not sure. But I really like this formula and this colour, so it's not the formula I'm worried about, it's just whether or not they'll get much use in my collection. This one is super old. It is the Revolution liquid lipstick in the shade Treason. I keep it because it's like a grey shade and I don't have anything else like it, but this came in like one of their like liquid lipsticks. They stopped selling their liquid lipsticks ages ago. So I must have bought this like maybe 5 years ago. It still works fine, it still smells fine, but realistically I know this shouldn't be in my collection. These two are the NYX Lip Lingerie XXL. I have the shade Expose Me and Stamina. These were very kindly sent to me by NYX. I love these. I actually really do. They smell amazing for one. The shades are definitely shades I use. I really like these. The formula isn't the best formula I've ever tried in the world. They don't last through absolutely everything, but they do work well enough. The pink shade I've worn in my everyday life. The red shade I've worn in a video. So I do really like both of them. If you are looking at these, I highly recommend them. They are really good. And I wore a gloss over this one. I wore the Astro Beauty gloss over this and it worked well. It didn't budge. It was really good. Highly recommend. My battery is flashing at me, so let's speed this up. This is the MUA Velvet Matte Lipstick in the shade Dash. I really like this shade and I also really like the formula. I keep thinking I should pick up more of these, but looking at how many lipsticks I have, do I really need to do that? No. But I really do like this super inexpensive, really good shade. It lasts pretty well as well. This is their older version, the Velvet Lip Lacquer. This is out of date. This is in the shade Sizzle. It's an orange shade. It's probably the most orange liquid lipstick I have, and that's why I keep hold of it. But realistically, I should just go and pick up one of their newer ones in a shade similar to this, and that would make me just as happy. And then finally, I have these two. These have been used and abused. They don't even have any writing left on them. These are the Maybelline Superstay liquid lipsticks. This is the shade 80 Ruler, and this one is 70 Amazonian. I did used to have two of these, but I managed to give one of them to my friend because she came to visit and didn't have a lipstick for a night out, so I gave her it because she needed one. And I didn't need two of them, so I let her have it. These liquid lipsticks would survive a nuclear war. They last through everything. Eating, drinking, a whole day of work, they will stay on your lips. Again, I always think I should pick up more shades of these, and I probably will eventually because I love them that much. But again, do I really need more liquid lipsticks? No. But these are really good. If you want something that's going to last all day, these are the ones. They can get a little bit dry and uncomfortable, but if you're willing to put up with that, honestly, they are so good. They're not unbearable. They're not the worst liquid lipsticks I've ever tried in terms of comfort, but they last absolutely all day long and they have so many shades. Definitely recommend checking these out if you're in the market for a good liquid lipstick. Okay, super quickly before my battery runs out of charge, I'm going to do lip liners. This is the Revolution Majesty lip liner. It needs sharpening properly. Am I getting a swatch? It's probably out of date and needs throwing out. It was from one of their liquid lipstick kits. Yep, out of date. Probably needs throwing out, but I will leave it till my declutter. This is the shade Regal. Probably the same. Yep. Great. This is the Treason shade that matches that liquid lipstick I had earlier. This probably also needs throwing out. Yep, this is the MUA Intense Colour Lip Liner in the shade Couture. This is actually super nice and so creamy and usable and so long as well. And these are like £1.50. If you're in the market for a lip liner, check these out. They're really good. Oh great, another Revolution one in the shade Echelon. Yeah, needs sorting out. Please don't judge me. I will do a declutter, I promise. This is the Bleach London Text Me Black one. Doesn't look very healthy. Doesn't feel very healthy. Oh, this is embarrassing. I don't use lip liners often enough. This is the Mermaid one. That one works fine actually. And then these came in a soap lip kit. The candy icing one or sugar, I don't know. That is the lip liner. It's quite nice. It's not really a shade I reach for, but actually it would probably work well with a lot of the products I have. And then this is the lip balm that goes with that liner. I adore this stuff. I love it. It's slightly tinted, which is nice. I wear it all the time. I reckon I'm going to use this up quite easily. I really enjoy it. But there we go. That is all my lip products. My camera is going to die any minute, so I'm going to let Effie do the outro. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and I will see you in the next collection video. Bye. Okay, that is the end of the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. I certainly have enjoyed going through my makeup, and I definitely have spotted a few products that I should keep an eye on for decluttering in July. If you like this video, please do give it a big thumbs up, and if you like my content, please consider subscribing. Other than that, I hope you have a great day and an amazing week, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.